Here's the Elliott wave forecast for November 1st, 2011. On the S&P 10-day chart, the worst case scenario is that the fade into the close will start with a downward 3. That'd be wave 1, wave 2, some very tiny upward 2, and a downward 3, which could test as low as 1222 at worst. That'd be 1, 2, 3. But if this is 5 waves down, we'd rally at the open and take out 1280. But the futures are down about 5 in S&P, so I'm expecting the possibly a downward 3 to the 1222 setup. So previous 4s, I would call that previous 4. It's kind of vague to call that a previous 4, but if that is a previous 4, the 1222 would be support. That'd be the worst case scenario. For NASDAQ, if this is wave 1, this is wave 2, and this is a shot of a downward 3, NASDAQ could drop to as low as 2600 and a downward 3. But if it's a 5th wave, we test 2670, then rally back over 2742 to set up an upward 3. But NASDAQ futures are down about 8, and I'll be watching them really closely because if they start plummeting at the open, that would be a downward 3 setup, and that might be 5 waves up into a downward C or downward 3. I didn't like the action at the close at all because if this was a zigzag, we would have rallied back over 2742 at the close, but instead we faded into the close, dropped 30 points in NASDAQ to 2685. For the Dow, worst case scenario, this is wave 1, this is wave 2, and this is a downward 3. Previous 4 is around 11,700, so if there's a fall through to the downside, the worst case scenario is to drop to 11,700. But if this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we would test 11,900 and then rally back over 12,200 to set up an upward 3. But for now, it's the close wasn't very good, and this might be a really tiny upward 2, and that could turn into a downward 3. So I'll be watching the futures really closely, and if they start plummeting, then obviously we got a downward 3. That's a wrap.